What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and today I want to talk to you about citrine. Look at the beautiful golden color you see before you. These are all citrine crystals that I have in my collection right now, and I wanted to bring them out here and just talk about citrine for a little bit, share some of its healing properties and what I've learned from citrine. I'm no expert by any sense of the word, but I do have a lot of experience working with this magical crystal, and I wanted to just share it with you. The first thing we need to talk about when we talk about citrine is the difference between heat-treated amethyst and natural citrine. The crystal you're seeing right here before you is considered citrine, but it's considered a man-made crystal because what is done is they'll take amethyst, purple amethyst, out of the ground, and they'll replicate the heating process that citrine undergoes in the earth. Right? In order to become citrine, it has to be superheated, radiated essentially, and it occurs naturally in the earth. And when it occurs naturally, it gives you this sort of color. It's a more lighter, less orangey, reddish color. But in order to simulate, I guess is the word, that condition, they do it above ground. So they'll put a amethyst crystal into a very hot oven and they'll get that orangish reddish color. So there's kind of some differences in energy. It's not really subtle either. It's a pretty big difference. The natural citrine is a little bit more soothing, whereas the heat-treated amethyst is a little bit more in your face, right? And they're both good for certain purposes, right? If you have an underactive sacral chakra or solar plexus chakra, the heat-treated amethyst will really give you a boost in that area. But if you're looking for more of a manifestation energy, then the natural citrine is a lot better. So I'm going to show you my collection here. A lot of these, actually most of these, are available in my Etsy shop. If you see any you like, you can go on over there and see if it's still available, or you can shoot me a message, whichever you want. But these are mostly from Madagascar, and they're mostly smoky citrines. Some of them are lighter citrines, and that just means that they have a darker hue to them. And the smoky citrines, citrine in general, it's a manifestation stone. It's a bright stone. It's an energetic stone. It's one of the stones that make you feel like the first days of spring, right? The sun is out, the birds are chirping, the flowers are blooming, there's energy, static energy in the air. That's kind of the feeling that I get when working with citrine, and that's what a lot of people kind of report back. And it's a beautiful crystal because it's got such a strong, potent energy that it doesn't really take on outside energies. It's pushing out its own energy so forcefully, so brightly, that it doesn't really collect negative energy like other crystals do. So you really don't have to cleanse it that often, if at all. So it's so assured of itself, right? Is so sure of itself that it doesn't take on other energy. And that's sort of what citrine teaches us. It teaches us and it expands the sacral chakra to the point where we feel comfortable in being our true selves. We don't take on the energy of other people. And this is why I love to work with citrine, because it really expands the solar plexus chakra. It gives you a sense of self. It makes you feel confident in who you are. And it doesn't matter what outside energies are affecting you, because you know that this is me and I don't need to take on other energies to fit in with the crowd or to please anyone else. So this is definitely a very magical crystal. That's I recommend for everybody. I think everyone could use that kind of boost in their life. You don't really need more than one, right? One citrine will get the job done. But make sure that, if you want a more soothing energy, a more grounded energy, a less frenetic, the heat-treated amethyst energy is just more like, right? Whereas the natural citrine energy, which you're seeing here, is more, if that makes any sense, I don't know. It's hard to put energy feelings into words, I find. So I'm trying. I'm gonna put them into grunts. But what you're seeing here is actually more smoky citrine, and this citrine is a little bit more grounding. It's a little bit more down to earth, and so this type of citrine, the smoky variety, really helps you to. This one here, sorry I get sidetracked. This one here is from Brazil. Most of the other citrines in this video are actually from Madagascar. Most citrines do come from Brazil. They're known for the best specimens, like this one here. You'll see the little rainbows in there, and if my camera will focus on it. That's one thing about recording citrines, is the camera doesn't like to focus on it because it's so bright, and it like I said, the citrine doesn't like to take on, and it doesn't like to be told what to do. So the camera will have a hard time picking up citrine often, I find. But yeah, the best specimens tend to come from Brazil, but as you'll see in this video, Madagascar, this is another Brazilian one, but Madagascar has some of the best quality. Not the best quality, but some quality that you wouldn't expect, right? So a lot of people think Brazil has the best. I'm starting to realize that Madagascar has some magical citrines as well. But back to talking about more Smoky. The Smoky citrines, this is actually a piece from Africa. It's from Zambia. It's from a mine owned and operated by women. And this is a wand. And this is typical of more citrines you'll find from the African continent. But the Smoky variety really makes you take a look at the self, right? It's more self-examining. It's great for past traumas. If you want to resolve some past traumas, I really recommend Smoky Citrine. If you want to get to the root of maybe your life's purpose or your goals here on Earth, Smoky Citrine can help suss that out for you. So Smoky Citrine has a slightly different energy than the brighter, lighter citrines like this one. I think, I mean, this was there's no like line between regular citrine and Smoky citrine. It's grades, right? And so it's up to you to decide how smoky it really is. And the energy is just slightly changed, I find. But citrine is great at this time of year if you're in the northern hemisphere, when the sun starts to fade, when it's not as bright, when it's not as warm. This is a great crystal if you have seasonal affective disorder. It can help to remind you of those spring days, and it helps you realize that those spring days will be back, and it just puts out the energy of spring, really. And so that's great to have when you're in the dark, cold months of winter. So yeah, I use citrine all throughout the winter whenever I can. It's great in meditation, and it's ideally it's a manifestation tool. People do say it brings a lot of abundance. So if you're trying to manifest abundance, one of the best stones you can use is citrine. A lot of people will put it next to their cash register or their computer if they're doing online sales, or near their wallet, or keep money around citrine so that the citrine can vibrate at the frequency of money. So it's great for abundance. It's great for manifestation. It's great for just feeling bubbly, and if you feel down, if you feel sad, or if you feel depressed, citrine can really help pull you out of that funk and get you back to you're where you need to be. This is my favorite. This is a personal piece. This is my favorite one I have, and I love this piece so much. I actually did a video on it way back when. I might try to find that video and maybe link it. This crystal has a lot of information in it that I thought was really cool when I discovered it. So that is my video on citrine. Like I said, I didn't cover everything. How can you cover everything about a crystal in 8 minutes? But I just wanted to share my thoughts on it, my experiences with it, and I wanted to encourage you all to look into finding a piece of your own if you're interested in learning more about citrine, or if you want to bring it into your life. It's easy to find. I do, like I said, I have my Etsy shop. Most of these are in my Etsy shop if you want to find them. But I want to thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy citrining. Peace.